Alright guys, Rick over at Big 3 Racing here. If you guys have been following along some of my teaser videos, the sneak peeks, what we've been working on is the race products gateway for the new 15 and up Chrysler products, mainly Chrysler V8 products I should say. We did all of our testing and everything on a 15 and up Hellcat. We picked a Hellcat because obviously that's going to be the hardest one to get done, and kept in play so it'll work with all the V8s. We've tested and made everything work on 15 and 18 shop car Hellcats that we've had, and we're actually really excited because we're gonna release a pre-order for these. Now I was kind of using this video as a little to get that out, like hey, pre-orders Monday at big3racing.com are available to start buying. We're already on their way with production of them. I've got production harness that I okayed and tested on a car working. That's all good. We got our first production gateway module here. I just kind of want to go over a few things so I could explain what it is and the purpose of it. For the most part, the guys that are excited about it, they've been asking questions and calling, know what it is. They give you a layman's term. This allows you to unplug a factory ECU. It allows you to use a Holley Terminator X Max or Holley Dominator ECU to control your car. Now, some of the questions guys have is, how does it control the transmission? What's the purpose of doing something like this? Why don't you just get an unlocked ECU? I'm going to answer some of those questions. So first, let me show you the actual gateway. This is the gateway. You'll notice it actually is a physical shape of a factory ECU. It mounts in the factory ECU spot. It looks like a factory ECU and has factory ECU type connectors. What happens is you unplug the stock ECU, you bolt this into the same bracket that's there, you plug in your factory ECU connectors, and then we have a sub harness that plugs into it that would then go to the Holley ECU of your choice. It does require a little bit of, I guess, fabrication. You have to cut a 2 1/4 inch hole saw in your inner fender well to sneak the harness into the inner fender well. You have to drill a few holes, and what we use is rib nuts to mount a bracket. The bracket is sold separately, or you could build your own to mount the ECU, but there's really no rules there. But other than that, it plugs in place. From there, there's a few wires you do need to hook up. You need to hook up a power and ground to the battery. You have to run a wire-free O2 sensor, and there's a couple coil drivers that Holley does to run the factory coils that you need to plug in. Also, leave it open since there's a spot to plug in coil drivers. There's also a spot to upgrade to smart coils if you max out factory coils with a simple ignition upgrade, either being the Holley ones, INGN ones, or whatever smart type coil or ignition system you want to run. Even the MSD 600 can be plugged in to work with it, which is that really crazy ignition they make. Now, what this does, this isn't just like a board that converts wires to wires. This takes the factory's CAN data, converts to the Holley, and takes Holley's CAN data and converts to the factory signal, which means that when all your dash, your display, your screens, your gauges, everything that's getting data from what would normally have been the factory ECU is getting the data from a Holley ECU, meaning your air-fuel ratio, your air intake temp, all your gauges and your SRT pages, all are live from what the Holley ECU is putting out. It also allows us to snag some other data from some of the other modules. So from there, that's replicating the factory's CAN data, converting Holley's CAN data to factory CAN data. We're broadcasting all that out to the different modules. So it works with the factory transmission. It works with the factory bypass. It works with the factory fan controllers. It works the factory fuel system, the returnless fuel system if you still run a returnless fuel pump. The gateway itself is driving all that stuff based off of data that we're giving it in the Holley. So if you're into the Holley ECU stuff, and you know you're counting your inputs and outputs. If you're using the base model Terminator X, you don't burn up a bunch of outputs off that stuff. Also, we're able to control the bypass separately than what you would normally with just wiring up a car with a Dominator, which we'll go through, and I'll show you some stuff on the software that we're doing. We're controlling all that through the gateway based off of what the Holley's seeing, all separately. We're also able to get some other information and input it into the ECU, one being from the ABS module. We're able to sneak and get a slip number from front to rear speed slip. We're able to input that into the ECU and do something with it, whether it be some sort of traction control, which I played around with, giving you cool tools to do things. We're able to take, you do lose cruise control. The Holley ECU does not support cruise control, being this is a race-only ECU, and it's not for street driving or anything like that. you'd lose cruise control. But we did reuse some of those buttons. Like we're able to hit the resume button on the cruise control. It puts it on the two-step rev limiter that's set inside the Holley, and you could use that as a trans brake button if you have a Turbo 400 or an aftermarket trans brake. You can use it just to be a two-step for your foot brake. On the stick shift cars, we have we also set it up that if you hit that resume button, it'll also put on the two-step, or if you are under 2 miles an hour and your foot is on the clutch, it'll put on a two-step rev limiter that you could then use to build boost, or however you want to do it if you're like a turbocharged car or something. Also has nitrous control for the nitrous guys, boost control for the turbo guys. It also allows you to do real-time flex fuel tuning with the adding of a flex fuel sensor. So anything that Holley gives you in terms of control and tunability and ease of tunability, this system gives you, but without losing all your really cool factory functions. We will have a dealer network, so if there's any shops out there that want to get on board, we'll have some special dealer pricing for you guys, but you must support the product that you sell. The $2,800 gets you the gateway, the sub harness, and that's it. So from there, you still need to buy an ECU, you still need to buy coil drivers, still need to buy a power harness, you still have to finish up customizing your system how you want to do it. But that gets you there. Now, $2,800 to some guys may seem like that's a crazy amount of money. We have over a year in development of this. There's a lot of work that goes into this, and then the hardware isn't exactly cheap to build and make and produce. So that's where the price point comes. But if you compare what it would cost to do custom wire car, it's pennies on the dollar for what it would cost a custom wire car. Plus, we have features in here that you would not be able to get even if you did decide to, hey, I made this car a 7-second car, 8-second car, it's time we outgrew the factory PCM, let's wire an aftermarket engine management, you lose all your factory functions, and a lot of times you almost ruin the car because you cut the wiring up so bad. You can go back to factory at any point. In fact, this is similar to how the original Demons were. Once this is installed and the wiring is ran, you could unplug this, plug in your factory ECU, drive to the track, completely emissions legal, unplug this, put this in there, do all your race tuning, unplug it, put your factory ECU back in within 15 minutes or so, and you're back to being emissions legal driving back. So you go back and forth back to stock. If you just have a pulley and a tune and you want to tinker with it yourself, the software from Holley is way more approachable than OEM tuning is. Most guys understand it when they're looking at it, but this is more for the guys that outgrown the control of what a factory ECU can give you. The drag racers, the guys that are doing lots of roll racing, the guys that want to have boost control and rev limiters and nitrous control under all in one roof, and this is what this gives you. I tested on my dead stock Hellcat, tested on a 9-second Hellcat. It works great. From there, let's talk about how we're controlling some of the stuff. The biggest thing is, how are we controlling the factory 8-speed? Well, we're not controlling the factory 8-speed. The factory 8-speed is being controlled by itself. It's got a TCM built in. However, it looks for some stuff coming from the factory ECU to work. Mainly being a torque value is the biggest thing. It's looking for throttle position. It's looking for RPM. It's looking for a handful of other things that we broadcast back out of from the Holley ECU. One of the beauties of Holley is that they've got multiple amounts of tables that if you just leave open, the CAN bus, it's in the CAN bus area. So we made some pretty much fake tables. We made a fake torque table, and I'll show you here, and it's completely configurable. And if this is nerding out a little bit for you guys, your tuner will know. And you'll see this screen when we talk about it. So if you go to your input-output tabs, and this will all be in the initial instructions that we write on these tables. You'll see we have some different custom inputs set up. We also have outputs. We have some custom outputs set up. I'll go over the first one. If you are a stock intake 6.4 guy, there's your SVR control. This just tells you when you want it on. That's all. We answer some questions. The fuel pressure control is right here. This is if you have a factory returnless fuel system. It's a simple PMW table. Now it shows that it's pulse per millisecond. Ignore that. This is fuel pressure. This is just data that's broadcasted that the gateway picks up and outputs to the driver module. But this is our 58 psi, and as the boost comes up and RPM comes up, you'll see that we add fuel pressure, similar to how the factory does it. The bypass, same thing. It's a custom PMW output table. This is throttle position over RPM, and what position is that bypass in. There's also nothing saying that you couldn't do this over throttle position and maybe flex fuel for flex fuel tuning or boost by gear. Putting a time, you could also do a timer here if you want to control how fast the bypass opens for power management. There's no rules. You could set this up however you want. This is how we have it set up for our testing. We're also controlling our torque out. So this is how we're sending out the 8-speed. So these numbers indicate Newton meters. And this is a how many pounds of fuel it's using, because X amount of fuel equals X amount of power. So we know how much power it's making. So it doesn't matter what the boost level, throttle position, or anything. If you're using more fuel, you need more torque. It's making more power. And then we have an RPM here. So it's fuel over RPM. And this table traces how many Newton meters it's sending out to the ECU. You could go up for more, you could go down for down. This table that we calculate is a rough guesstimate based on how much fuel you're using, how much torque the engine should make in Newton meters. So this table has been really good. I put about 300 miles on a car driving on this. It shifts like normal. There's nothing really crazy about it. It makes our wide open throttle shifts, no problem. Again, this may need to be tuned for your liking, and this is up to your tuner, but we have the control over it. Instead of the factory PCM trying to calculate torque based off all multiple different things, we are just feeding it torque, period. There's no something being off, something being wrong. We are able to just put the torque number in. It makes that part of it really easy. We control the intercooler. We control the exhaust cutouts, all the same way. Okay, just by simple controlling the fans, we control the fans. All that's done through the gateway without having to do any custom wiring. It's pretty trick. Really excited about it. Through some of the advanced tables here, you'll see that we have our shift torque retard. This is our pulling the power on the shift. Every time it shifts, the gateway sends out an output to the ECU and then pulls timing based off of that. This is a flex fuel, adding a flex fuel sensor. I don't have that set up because I'm not using that right now, but just there for purposes. And then you'll see here, this is also a slip retard. This is a table I just did real quick based off how much slip is it doing, how much timing we're going to pull based off of slip that it's seeing out of the ABS module. So some really cool stuff here, very exciting. Again, this is the Terminator X. This is your base model that we're doing our testing on. We use all the output that the Terminator X gets. So if you're going to use a Terminator X, you're going to want to add a CAN control box. So you could add flex fuel, boost control, and other things to it. From there, like I said, we have everything ready to go for Hellcat automatics. So if you're pre-ordering, know that those are done. You can still pre-order if you have another Hemi V8 15 and up. We are the next 8 weeks, which is about how long it's going to take to fill those orders. We are testing and writing firmware for different makes and models of cars. Really just have to get the cars in the shop now that we have production units coming in, and just plugging them in and testing them and making sure everything's working right. It'll all start and run. We just need to make sure features work. Like on the red eye, you have to get a red eye in here to make sure the intercooler, the killer chiller thing works, and like the Demons or the Super Stocks or any other cars that have factory trans brakes, making sure that's working, and we're seeing the inputs and the CAN data for that type of stuff. So this is, at this point, it's just writing some firmware. We also may be adding features throughout the time. If we are adding features, you'll see that facing up there's a little USB port right here on it. This is all user programmable. So your initial setup, you're going to have to plug into this. There's a software, you put your VIN in, you select whether it's an automatic, what kind of fuel system you have, answer a couple questions, and you load it in there. But if we add features to it, which there's a ton of features that we can when we get ideas, you'll be able to just right there plug it into a USB port and do a 4-minute firmware upgrade, and you're up to using the new features that we may or may add in the future. Or makes or models. You know, we just haven't confirmed anything yet other than automatic Hellcat. So, pretty excited. Pre-orders are going to be available Monday on our website, Monday morning, 9 a.m. We have a 8-week lead time on this, so they're getting made, everything's in motion. So if you're pre-order, it's not that we're waiting till we get to see how many we have to build them. We're building them. It's happening no matter what. The pre-orders are to get a list, to get it going, and then I'll have an idea how many we need to have made. So they're in order. They're being made every single day. The parts are coming in. The only thing we're at the final stages is writing final instructions and doing stuff like that. So pre-orders are ready, guys. If you guys want to get in on this, awesome. Feel free to give me a call at the shop, 330-220-3278. Ask for Rick. If I'm on the dyno working, I'll definitely give you guys a call back if you want to talk about options. We have on the pre-order screen, you'll see that you can also add your Holley stuff too. We do sell all the Holley components. We made a nice, easy drop-down menu so you could select different options of things that you might want. to go along with this. This is a game changer, guys. I'm very, very excited about this, and let's get them going.